6 months into the Gaza war, Benjamin Netanyahu was on the brink of a breakthrough. Secret negotiations for a long ceasefire were underway. Over 30 hostages could have been released. Peace talks with Hamas were well within reach, and, just maybe, an end to the relentless bombardment of Gaza. There was even a shot at a historic peace deal with Saudi Arabia, the kind of legacy Israeli leaders have chased for generations. But for Netanyahu, the stakes were more personal. His coalition was fragile, propped up by far-right ministers who wanted the fighting to continue until Gaza was under Israeli control, settlements rebuilt, and millions of Palestinians displaced. If Netanyahu made peace too soon, those ministers could walk out, collapsing his government and forcing elections he was certain to lose. And losing office? That meant losing the shield, protecting him from ongoing corruption trials, a risk he simply couldn't accept. April 2024. Netanyahu had a plan. He kept it off the official agenda, hoping to spring it on his cabinet and ram it through before anyone could organize resistance. But as the moment arrived, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, one of the loudest voices for a hardline approach, caught wind of the deal. He didn't mince words. If a surrender agreement like this is brought forward, you no longer have a government. The threat was clear. At 5:44 p.m., Netanyahu folded. He denied the ceasefire plan even existed and quietly told his advisors, "Don't present the plan." That single decision changed everything. The war dragged on. More than 55,000 people in Gaza have been killed, many of them children. Nearly 2 million civilians have been left homeless, caught between bombings and blockades. What began as a war for hostages and security became the longest, most destructive conflict in Israel's history. International sympathy for Israel, so strong after the horror of the October 2023 attacks, evaporated. The world watched as Gaza was flattened. The International Court of Justice opened a case for possible genocide. America's own politics fractured, and Israel's democracy grew more divided than ever. Netanyahu's political comeback after a brief war with Iran may have grabbed headlines, but the reckoning over Gaza still waits. In the end, the war's extension wasn't just about security or strategy, it was about power, and one man's stubborn refusal to let it slip from his grasp, no matter the cost. Please like and subscribe to keep truth alive.